Howdy, howdy, and welcome once again on this absolutely stupendous Oregon day to Hooked on Oregon, and we are so glad you're along for the ride. Now, we have an equally stupendous show for you today. We're going to have Pam Stow with the Fur and Feathers Report. Our mayor, Jessica, is going to be here to talk about her State of the City address. Mel Campbell, our ravishing roving reporter, is here, looking absolutely stunning with all that new hair work and
what
all
a
that.
pleasure to be here.
What'd you have? You had like the ultimate perm. It looks gorgeous.
No, I combed it.
Oh, you could just stand out in Charleston weather for 10 minutes and it curls up, right? Absolutely perfect. And of course, my sidekick, Mark Mattecheck, is here and celebrating his birthday. Happy.
Oh, it's
A great day today.
A wonderful sidekick, yeah. So how great. Gail Elber is going to be with us, and she'll be talking about the new female barbershop quartet, the Ripple Effect, which will be fun. Philip Olson's going to be here all the way from the state of Washington to talk about some salmon issues and a fish kill that they had up there recently. And then we're hoping to get blues artist Norman Sylvester. He's on his way here from Portland, and he is absolutely amazing and is going to be at a special event that's free to the public tonight to celebrate Black History Month. And he'll be putting on a special concert, and we are looking forward to it because he's got the Boogie Cats along with him. And then we're going to be having Fred Masterly to talk a little bit, give us kind of a update on the legislature and the resource bills, in particular the salmon credit that was discussed up in Salem this past week. So a lot of fun. So we're so glad you're along for the ride. And
Cam, I got to interrupt real quick. Mel, we got somebody on the line for you.
Well, here we are today with a world-renowned Beverly Hills plastic surgeon, Dr. Bradworth von Stoop.
that's fun stuff.
Von Stoop. I'm sorry, doctor. You know my mind the one.
Oh, then you must put it on a leash and spank it. That's a little German humor there.
Do I detect a little Chinese there?
Oh, yes, but I divorced her. That's a little German humor too.
German Chinese accent. That's very rare.
No, it's well done. My mother said I was conceived in an elaborate Chinese dinner hosted by the last emperor.
So, Dr. Von Stoop.
Stop.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to be here to salute my greatest patient on his birthday, Mark Mattecheck. He's paid for all 7 of my little girls to go to college.
7?
Yes, 14 plastic procedures, that's $40,000 each.
Well, now, why would a man of 40 need 14 plastic surgery procedures?
Oh, you see, that's the happy little secret there. He's actually 84. That man's got more plastic stuff in him than a Tupperware factory. And when he married Angie, who he met selling Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies?
Yes, she's 44 years younger than him.
My.
Yes, he came to me when that old body of his started to fold up. And he had told Angie he was only 35 when they married.
Now, doctor, what part did you address first?
Oh, salads, of course. He was eating mounds of blue cheese. And then his nose.
His nose?
Yes, it was bright red, like Rudolph the elk deer on steroids. We tried everything from infusions to pigment implants to get the red out of his nose.
Well, what caused that, Dr. Von Stoop?
Stop. 69 years of cheap bourbon.
Well, now, how did you resolve it?
Oh, we finally took a complete mold of his nose, removed it, and replaced it with a prosthetic made of his own fat cells and flexible sealer that's used on storm windows. Then a quick trip to Sherman-Williams for a little color blending, and we're done. Now that hibiscus of his shields off rain better than wipers on your new Chevy diesel.
That's brilliant. Well, now, what else did you repair, doctor?
Well, the rear parts. We couldn't do the Brazilian butt lift on him because the back of him looked like it had been hit by a northbound Southern Pacific locomotive. So we removed all that fat, literally a dump truck load, and fed the baby hyenas at the Los Angeles Zoo for a month. Then I trussed him up with a unique and clever bungee cord of my own design. He's got a pretty small little tuchus now, I tell you.
This is fascinating. fascinating.
Oh, and wait till you find out how we fixed his broken happy parts. We teamed up with the Goodyear plant in Akron, Ohio, and then we...
Oh, I'm so sorry, Doctor, but we are out of time. This is Mel Campbell signing off with Mark's world-renowned plastic surgery, Dr. Bratwurst Van Stoop.
Stop. Goodbye, Marky. Happy birthday. Love and kisses, Liebling. Remember, next Tuesday at 2 is your chest hair transplant. Doodle-doodle.
Bye.
Oh, well, thank you. That was a very nice tribute.
I'm amazed we get him on the phone.
Oh, my.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marky. Happy birthday to you. All righty. He's gonna blow out 84 candles.
Jeez.
Candles, isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And I also have a package for you here. This is from all of your beloved fans.
Oh,
and we
great.
do hope you'll enjoy it. Yes.
Is it like
and I wish
something
you
I put on my...
that are listening.
Oh, it is something I put on my butt.
Yes, there you
Oh,
are.
wow. It's nice. That's a big pouch.
Well,
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
We have more.
I think that'll work.
It'll work.
Yeah.
There's more for you.
And Angie told us your favorite brand of
And
men's underwear. So.
There is more for you.
Great.
And so we're doing the best we can to keep you
So they
happy.
give me pink
Yes.
underwear.
Yes, so we'll see what we have here. Something else.
It's
Go
a
ahead.
package.
It's a package. It's
Is that's not good.
He doesn't want to describe it on the air.
It says Happy Valentine's Day, and it's a pouch holder.
It's a male
Like,
G-string.
It's a male G-string.
She said your other one had worn out.
Oh, she did, huh? Oh, my lovely wife, so cute.
she was hugely helpful.
Yeah.
Hugely helpful.
I can imagine she was.
So,
Well,
how does it feel to be 84?
It feels great. I'm perspiring a little with all this kindness and gratitude. It's just
all the
wonderful.
clear parts, it's a little touche.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not wearing that string. The string right here, the seat would be all wet.
I
So
found out that
yeah.
only 3 of those were ordered. 2 have been gone, and I really had to make a big decision for that one for you, because there's 2 other people down here in the area.
Roger
They're
Craddock and
probably
Joe Benetti.
in North Bend, who also have this great
Similar
collection.
taste in underwear. Oh my gosh, well that is absolutely wonderful. And from there we go to, and now he's quivering in fear. His eyes are as big as saucers.
Yeah, just
Cam.
wait till they pick on you, Cam. It's coming. It's
I don't
coming.
know how to go.
Oh, I gotta blow
strings, and we got hot wax over here and strawberries.
Are you enjoying your newfound radio celebrity? I have all sorts of people say, hey, that Cam's great. We really like him. He
It's
does a good
interesting,
job."
that's for sure.
Oh yeah, and the guys and gals out of the Coast Guard station listen in now?
Yes, they are.
Oh, great. So you got your own built-in fan club.
That's right.
Cool. So now today we're going to talk a little bit. You started to tell us about your first bear hunt, and we didn't get the whole story.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so when I was stationed in Alaska for 3 years, I got met up with a guy there, Tad Kasaka with Fly Fish Sitka, and he mainly runs steelhead charters, but we do he does salmon and all that, and I would help him charter. And one thing about Alaska is there's coastal brown bears everywhere.
Yeah, and they are big.
Yeah, and I never really decided like to chase one, but I always kept the tag because it was $25.
Not a good idea just to chase one.
You know, but you know you get a tag so that way if I ever came across that situation where I had to defend myself, I'd be able to keep the bear instead of having to give it away. So
Yeah.
So I had the tag, and anyways, at the end of my time there, I was getting ready to leave. I had about 6 months left, and he called me up and he was like, "Hey Cam, have you killed a bear yet?" And I was like, "No, I haven't, but I still got the tag." He's like, "Well, I've been fishing Naquasina this spring, and there has been a brown bear that I've seen for the last 3 years, and he's there every day, and I'm there with 6 customers. He's in the river chasing the fish while they're trying to reel them in.
Oh, wow.
And he's a real nuisance. He's like, I'm shooting at him, and
Yeah.
the customers are getting a little worried. He's like, if you haven't killed one yet, I'd appreciate it if you go over there and go kill that one. So from there, we made a plan, got some buddies together, and we went and stayed at a cabin up there. So, and Nakwasina is about 10, 12 miles north of town. And one thing about Southeast Alaska is they've got these little cabins everywhere, riddled, and they're only like $20 a night. They don't have power or anything, and they're remote. But a lot of times they'll have wood or oil. So we went, and they have like a mooring ball. So we run up there in the boat, and we stayed at the cabin. And so made our plan for the next morning, and we go out, and we're about a mile hike into the river, anchor the boat, get on the shoreline and start our hike in like right at daybreak. And the river kind of comes in and does a 90. And so we were like right there. So we're probably like about 400 yards from the estuary where the river meets the saltwater, right? And we're like, well, how are we gonna find him? I said, well, let's just start fishing and making a bunch of noise. So start fishing, making a bunch of noise, and rattling bells and acting like my buddy fishing with 6 customers, and so about an hour and a half into it, and we're like, man, we haven't seen him yet. We're getting a little disappointed. And then sure enough, about 150 yards upriver, there he is in the middle of the river. So we're like, all right, here we go. And it was just like the simplest, like didn't have to worry about finding them, like hunt ever. Like we're just fishing on the side of the bank, hanging out, having a good time. And it's like, all right, well, he's gonna make his way over here. We know he's coming in. So had a friend of mine, just kept on fishing, and there was a downed tree, like a pretty large tree, probably about 3.5 foot in diameter, and I just kind of nudged up, about 40 yards down the shoreline to that tree, and got behind there. Another friend of mine to back me up, and that bear went into the woods, disappeared, and then about 15 minutes later, popped out on the bank, like right where we were, walked straight down the shoreline, and just made his way, just started coming all the way down to that down tree where we were.
He was ready for the buffet.
Just waiting for a fish to get hooked.
Yeah.
And so, we just waited there. He got right at the edge of the water. I mean, he wasn't, 15 yards away at this point.
Wow.
Just looking at the water, and he would look up at my buddy fishing, and he's like, looking around like.
So you pulled out your slingshot. You
Yeah.
didn't need a rifle at that point, right?
So I put my rifle up, and perfect broadside shot.
Uh-huh.
I have a Henry 45-70.
Yeah.
And my buddy's like, "Are you gonna shoot him yet?" It's like we have all day. Like let's just like soak it in, But finally, put the rifle up. I had a little 4-powder scope on it, and perfect double lung. And would you believe that bear still ran about 80 yards?
Wow.
With a
Yeah.
double lung shot
They are amazing.
into the woods.
And a huge animal.
Oh,
Just a huge
monster. Yeah, he was a nice size. I mean, I would say from like a trophy bear perspective for Alaska, he's definitely not like in that trophy range.
Yeah.
But definitely a respectable bear.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely a mature animal for sure.
Oh, they're
So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Their giant heads, that long snout.
Oh, yeah.
Just incredible.
It was
and
nice.
they swim underwater.
They do.
Great.
They
Too.
do.
Yeah. What fun. What a great first bear story.
Yeah, in fact, we wanted to get a picture with him on the water.
Yeah.
But he's 80 yards into the woods. It took 3 of us.
I was going to say you need a
probably-
back truck to drag
took-
him back.
It
to
took
the
us about
river.
an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes to drag that bear to the shoreline just so we can get a picture with the river in it.
Wow. Holy
but-
smokes.
But yeah, no, it was a great opportunity, and got a bear.
How fun. Well, you're going to have to get us the picture so we can put it on the website.
Yes, sir. I will. I can do that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And now you have brought your duck calls today too. I hope you're going to do a little demonstration after
Sure,
we
I
come
can
back
do
from
that
the
for you.
station break. Oh, cool. And I've got a little bear story too that I think you will enjoy.
All right.
Another amazing black bear, not quite the size of your brown bear, but an old guy who caused lots of trouble. Hey, we're having all sorts of fun on Mark Mattecheck's 84th birthday today. So hang in there. We'll be right back after a short break with more. The Eel River in Northern California, and we were up off the res. They have the reservation up there, and it's just wonderful up out of Covelo. So I had a bunch of friends that lived on the res, And so sometimes they'd see me down fishing, they'd come down and join us. And one day, Tyler, my little guy who ended up being a Marine colonel, he was like hyperactive. He's all over the place. He's running through the water. He's throwing pebbles. You could never get him to settle down when we were salmon fishing. So one day, here come 5 of the tribe walking up the tracks, and they've got a big 45-70 Winchester. And Ty goes, Dad, what's the gun for? And I said, ooh, they use that when they're on raids to capture little white children. He's like, and he sits down next to me with his hands folded and never said another word. The rest of the day, and then come all my buddies and they sit down and they got their gun. You know? But the reason they had that gun was because there was a black bear that was just way too familiar with everybody. He would do exactly the same thing. You know, old guy, big black bear with a gray muzzle. And if you were down there fishing, he was going to stalk you until you tossed him one of your fish. And they worried about it because he was getting more and more aggressive.
Getting more and more comfortable.
Yeah, that he could just come down and get a fish. So we were up there for a week that time. I went down 2 days later by myself to get a salmon or two, you know, for dinner. And I had 2 salmon on the bank, and here comes that darn black bear on the other side of the river, you know, and he sees me out there, and he knows I got 2 salmon on the bank. So I'm like, I'm not hanging around. So I took those 2 salmon, and I went up the hill, and I see him cross the river and come after me, and I'm going, oh, shoot. So I went to the top of the ridge, and I doubled back on another trail that was like an extra 3 miles to get to where I could get to the truck. And I come all the way down that trail, and who's waiting for me at the base of the trail? This big black bear rocking back and forth. So I tossed him with the salmon because I did not want to deal with that.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they get familiar, that's when they're problematic.
Yeah, you know, the one thing about black bears too, it's my knowledge that like a black bear, when you're getting attacked by a black bear, they don't stop.
Yeah.
Like they will not stop until like you were really gone,
Yeah.
right? Where like they talk about, you know, these Alaska coastal brown bears, they're like if you just stay still and play dead, then they'll, as soon as you stop moving, they'll leave you alone.
Right.
So it's like you want to play dead with a brown bear, but with a black bear, you should just go ahead and fight because they're not going to stop.
Or run.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if you can.
If you can't, yeah. They're gonna outrun you, and they're gonna out tree climb you.
Number one rule is always be faster than your friend.
Yeah. Take a slow fishing buddy with you. Yeah, that's the way you survive that. Now, hey, we talked a little bit about what calls did you bring today?
Yeah, so this call, I've had this call for about 15 years, and this is an Echo timber call. It's made out of cocobala.
Wow.
So it's a wood call, and this is my go-to. I particularly like this one because it's a softer call, and it sounds a lot more realistic. Where I have this one here, it's a zinc MBG, and this one's all acrylic. Right, so it's going to be a lot sharper. It's going to be a lot louder,
shriller. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm going to be hunting on a calmer day where like no wind,
yeah, let's hear the difference.
I'll stick to this one. If it's real windy, I'll go to this one here. So I'll just demonstrate like a mallard call.
Sure.
And I'll do like a greeting call.
Perfect.
All right. So that would be like, you know, nice and soft and like a greeting call. And
sounds like some of the people in Mark's bar at 2 a.m.
And yeah, so and then this will be like the acrylic. So it definitely, you can tell the tone,
much
right?
louder.
Yeah, and so like that, when you're using a mallard call, like I hear a lot of people make mistakes where they do like a little chirp before they do it.
Right.
But if you ever hear like live birds, it's almost like they're like surprised and excited. So it's like you start that first tone with a wow, you know, like you really get into it, you know. But you don't want to put too many tones on it. Natural's like 3 to 4 tones. But sometimes you can add a chop into the end of it to extend it out. Like if, you know, depending on the situation, it just depends on how they're reacting to it, like flying through the air. But I'll add that in to like if they're locked in and they're coming straight at me and they're facing me, then I might add a little chop to that greeting call. So that would be like, right. So it's kind of like you're, you know,
tailing chirp.
A little tailing chirp on there, right? And then when like birds are overhead, you don't really want to use that one because
you see, Mattecheck's got his shotgun out.
Because if they're overhead, you know, it's a lot better chances of them hearing like a tone be mistaken.
Oh, got
too,
it.
right?
Yeah.
If because they're right on top of you, and it's not like as realistic to be doing that over.
Well, and the last thing you
overhead.
want to do is scare them off.
Right.
Which you can do. with
Exactly.
one call.
So at that point, you would do like a feed chuckle, right?
Yeah.
And they'll do this in the air too. And sometimes when I'm watching birds, I'll listen to see what sounds they're making. So if they're doing quacks, I'll quack. If they're chuckling, I'll chuckle, right? And
Right.
now it's kind of something like.
I'm
And the-
coming.
Yeah. I was going to say, that sounds like the car Sandy drives.
And I was explaining to a buddy of mine those different tones. You know, that's not one bird.
Yeah.
Right, so a lot of times, you know, you have, say, you got 3 dozen decoys out. You're making different tones because you're trying to sound like more birds on the water
Sure.
to keep it more realistic, right? And like I was talking, like this is I call it a 4-in-1. It's like a whistle, right? So like a mallard drake, this is the only tone he makes. That's it. It's the female,
Right.
the hens that do that call I was doing earlier, right?
The
But
chuckle.
then
We
what-
chuckle.
I'm sorry.
Is that what we do, Kat?
We
We
chuckle.
Okay.
So the widgeon, which we have a lot of widgeon and pintail here, so this
Uh-huh.
has been a go-to for
Sure.
us as well,
Oh, yeah.
definitely for confidence. But so they're going to do that in the
Mhm.
air a lot, and then I got pintail whistle.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, just
You know?
easy. Because
Yeah.
people think it's hard. They make it too hard.
Yeah.
Or they overblow.
It definitely, without a doubt, that's the most common mistake. Is just going way too putting way too much out there.
Right.
When they're over at the top and they're locked and they're circling in, most of the time I'm just silent. Let them do their thing, like hang in there with them. When they start to leave, maybe throw a call at them, and then it might turn them. Leave them alone. Let them hit another corner of the box, so to speak. Imagine a big box.
Mhm.
Hit that next corner. Maybe get them in that corner. If they come back, then just leave them alone. Because if you start throwing a hail call at them and they're not ready, then they're going to flare away. You know, we call it flaring, where they're locked in, they're coming, and you can just see a distinct, like, you know, reaction out of them where they're just like, oh no, I'm out.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and they'll definitely do that when they see you.
Yeah. And you'll see if they take an interest.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
oh yeah.
Well,
But being subtle is important.
What we do when they get close is we just usually we open lightly a Kerr's light. That
Yeah.
sound lets them know that we're not going to shoot them, that we're kicking back to have a beer. So they're like, oh, let's land. They're busy.
That's right.
So
Or you just have like 9 or 10 people, and they're like, that's too many people to be people down there.
Yeah. That's all it takes. Well, wonderful tips. I can't tell how much fun it is to have you back to do Fur and Feathers.
Yes, sir.
And we are truly looking forward to having you on every other week to give us a Fur and Feathers report.
All right.
What seasons are coming up that you're excited about?
So right now, pretty much everything is slowing down, but I'm thinking about getting out and chasing some beavers.
Oh,
Is
cool.
my goal.
Yeah.
This is a good time because they're going to be, you know, putting on lots of, felt, and they're going to be like real beautiful pelts and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so that's my next goal.
Oh, it's
Just-
fun. Well, you have to come back and report.
Yeah, for sure.
See
it's
how
a
you
good
do.
time for beavers right now. I mean, like during football season, the beavers aren't really as good that time of year.
Yeah.
A little bit rough.
For some
So,
reason, they're just not as active. as
Yeah,
they would
not
be.
active. That would be the right word.
Well, we're having a wonderful time. We hope you are too on the 84th birthday of one Mark Mattecheck, and we've got a lot of show coming up for you. We're going to have our amazing mayor of North Bend on next, so hang on for that one. She's a lot of fun. Well, howdy, and welcome back to Hooked on Oregon, and thanks for being along for the ride today. It's an amazing day. 84th birthday, Mark Mattecheck.
It's a great day.
Done
Great
with the day over
weather.
50.
Yep.
I mean, geez, it's a perfect day. You got a lot more celebration planned for later in the day?
Yes, we do. It's been a busy week. Had family in
It's kind of a
town.
week-long birthday.
Yeah, we had a good dinner at Restaurant O and stuff a couple nights ago, which was nice.
Oh, cool.
The family came down, so
Oh, that's
it's
great.
been it's been a good week.
Good deal. That's awesome. Yeah, it was funny. We were setting up for the show, and we hadn't even started yet. And I looked down, and our producer, her hand is in my lap, and I'm going, "What are you doing? She goes, I'm looking for my purse. And I go, that's not where you're going to find it. I'm going to trade places with you next week. I'm going to be over in that corner.
There's a reason I sit in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a long reach.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mel's got it figured out. It's much shorter over there. You're sitting next to it. So we have a very special guest. We're absolutely delighted to welcome back to the show. And
Yes.
I'm going to turn it over to you since you are in her city.
Yes, so we have the mayor of North Bend, Jessica Engelke, who's been kind of pushing at this job now for 5 years and stuff.
I
So
kind of
she
hard to
had,
believe, huh?
yeah, and she ran again, and she had some things that were incomplete, and she wanted to check them off their list and see them all the way through. So we are excited to hear about the city and what's going on. They have a lot of things going on at the city. There's some building, and
Oh, no,
it's exciting to
absolutely.
see
And
all this stuff.
Next Tuesday, the top agenda item is the annexation of Coos Bay.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah.
coming up.
Isn't that incredible?
It'll be
We've
awesome.
been
So-
waiting for
She-
that.
Can I jump in?
No.
Are you guys gonna start these rumors again?
Her eyes rolled. Were we a week ahead of time on starting?
So-
Were we
so
supposed to sit on that?
You're gonna get me in a lot of trouble here, and I better clear this rumor up right now, because Joe Benetti and I worked really hard to show a partnership together, and we definitely believe that
Oh
we
yeah,
can
suck them
support-
in, keep them unaware.
We like shared services when they're possible. We like collaboration, but we do not need to have any consolidation. We can stand on our own as an individual. That doesn't mean that we don't work great together, right? And
You
can work
do
on
work
projects
well
together.
together,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been
so-
really happy. Yeah, this is my third 2-year term, and
Wow.
so if you guys have me back on in a couple months, I'll share with you if I'm going to run again and make it a full 8 years of serving as
Oh, that'd be
serving as
awesome.
mayor.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Now, your State of the City speech, it was Make North Bend Great Again. I love the title.
So you guys are killing me all over the place here. We have so much to report on, so I'm ready to go and just share it with you all. Mark is right. There's a lot of building going on. There's a lot of things happening. I do like to start, and I did this at the State of the City's address when we did it at the Chamber of Commerce. I do always like to start with some information that is a little tough to hear, and that North Bend, like 2/3 of all cities across Oregon, are financially stressed. And that we could look back on, and maybe that's another episode one day where we talk about measures 5 and 50 and how it's really put a lot of constraints around the cities across Oregon and how we finance our city services. So I do, even though it's kind of bad news to start with, I promise if you guys let me keep going, I'm going to end up with some good news and some great things. Will that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
We won't cut you off, I don't think.
Yeah, I
Okay.
heard your
I mean,
fire
this is
marshal
perfect.
shutting down North Bend Lansing. That's a lot of people probably excited about that.
Somebody needs to help me out here with these guys. Well, so just to give you a snapshot of like some basic numbers. And by the way, I always have an open invitation to not only you two, but everybody who's listening. If they want to come in,
I love the way she prefaced it. But not only you two.
I'd sit down with anyone and go over our budget book, talk about the impacts of measures 5 and 50, because it is hard just in a few minutes to kind of give you a
Right,
snapshot of where we're at.
encapsulate it.
But just for simple numbers to kind of give you an idea, when residents get their property, or when they get their property tax bill, I think a lot of times they assume that it just all goes to the city. They think that that's how you fund your city services.
But it's minuscule.
It's very little. Some goes to the city. You've got some that goes to the airport district and to the county and so forth. So the amount that North Bend collects on property taxes is about $4.6 million a year to fund everything from police and fire to if we do capital improvements, anything like that. That's what we collect to run city services. Our police and fire contracts alone are over $6 million for public safety.
Wow.
So you're starting with
So you
a
got to
deficit of it.
backfill dramatically.
Yeah, and that's why. So that's the bad news, and that's a longer conversation. One of the things that I did this past year as my role of the president of the League of Oregon Cities is I met in every region in Oregon, and we talked about we got to come up with a long-term plan. If 2/3 of the cities are having this wall come up, because what happened for the last 30 years is you cut as much as you can, and you're down
Get down to what's left.
literally nothing to cut anymore. And you get your bare minimum, in your parks department, you've got delayed maintenance on things. We get some money from the gas tax, but it's about $250,000 a year. Do you guys know how much you can pay with $250,000 a year? Quarter mile. Sorry, I jumped in. I didn't even let Mark
No.
try.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah, not much.
Not much.
It's not much, yeah.
So our public works director, he does an amazing job.
Have you announced the quarter mile yet?
Well, we actually, that is one of the cool things in the State of the City address is that we have some new technology where we can scan the roads and make the decisions on basically the absolute worst. Like what is with the technology, they can say, okay, it's Connecticut Street or Marion Street or whatever it is.
Sure.
And try to do the best that we can with that 250,000. When I came on in City Council, coming up on 8 years ago, I had asked Ralph Dunham at the time, I'm like, all right, give it to me, how bad is it? Like, what is the amount of the delayed maintenance? And it was $64 million at the time.
Wow.
That number is well over $80 million now.
Dramatically.
Yeah. So I think Oregon needs to, these are where we need to lobby our House representatives and our senators and talk about, potentially what would some sort of revenue reform look like. COVID, I think, staved things off for a while because there was some grant money that came in. But I think you're going to see some major financial cliffs in cities in the next 2 to 3 years. So let's go on. Let's move on to the good news now, though. Okay. So we have this amazing team in the city of North Bend, and they know how to write grants. And so that's how we've been able to move forward and really carry out the council's vision of all the things that we want to have in North Bend, which is a healthy, thriving community. So that's why you've really seen a lot of robust things happen over the last couple years with our Main Street program.
Exciting, fun.
Yeah, and we're so happy to announce that there's been these great grants that have come through. T-Mobile gave a $50,000 grant to have a pocket park stage downtown North Bend right off 101. Then another $150,000 came in from Travel Oregon, and it's creating this Rust Hub. So when you're coming in, you come over the North Bend Bridge into the most beautiful city in all of the coast, right? And then you see the big mural that says North Bend, and right there to the right is our new visitor center. And we're really creating a place where people can stop with their RVs, come in and get information.
That mural is incredibly cool.
That was Simon Whiteowl.
We're one of the few cities left in the United States that has a mural like that.
I think it's very special.
Yeah.
So, and I love it. And one of my favorite things to do is when I'm downtown, and I'll see, you can tell when it's a tourist or even locals will go and they get the picture with it and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, then they stay downtown and then they shop in our shops and they go buy the cookies at the bakery and then head up to Mark's and go bowling. I mean, it's really exactly what you
Old
want to
Town
do.
has really become a cool spot.
Yeah.
There.
We've got a lot happening down there. So there was just recently another $142,000 grant that came in to finish off the landscaping in. So now you're going to start to really see some construction on this. So it's, pocket park / rest hub right there in front of the visitor center. We would not be able to do that without that leveraging of the grants. And so that's some good news. Some other good news is so you have had me on before. I've talked about that old annex hospital. It's that hospital down there. We are going to hopefully be getting to a point where we're going to tear that down somewhere in the next 12 months, and that is our workforce housing project. That was
That's wonderful.
$4 million grant that came in to help out with that. That has been secured. And we just had recently received another grant to help with some of the renderings. I'll show you guys. I know this is not everybody on the radio, but you can
hold it
move
up
it
to the
on.
mic. Everybody will see if you hold it to the mic really close.
Right there, like this.
There you go.
Yeah. So this was kind of a rendering that we had been using for a while, just because it's other workforce housing projects.
It's a beautiful building because it matches the style of the downtown, which is way cool.
It matches the cool stuff.
Yeah.
So this is something that's, and with this project, it's going to be first right of refusal for its workforce. So it's healthcare workers, logistics workers, teachers, firefighters, police officers. And what happens when you can get more people working and living in downtown North Bend, it's better for everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So this is fantastic. I got to also report at the State of the City's address that we had a bunch of upgrades due to leveraging $782,000 in grants and donations for our library.
Wow.
And so and by the way, I know I'm just showing you the photos today, but anybody can go to the City of North Bend's website and see the full PowerPoint presentation that I gave at the chamber. But that was gorgeous. The library, they have this full kind of, I don't know, what would you call this? Adult life-size chess table.
That was going adult section. I was going. You can just
I'm
see
waiting
where
for the joke
mine
there.
was going.
We're gonna call this the Teen Area Technology Chessboard, right?
Oh, I love
This
it.
is gonna have to drive traffic to the website so people can see the picture. But your libraries they're very different than how maybe we grew up with them. They really have become a community hub. Did you know that you can go into
Way different than we were kids.
Yeah, we went into the card catalog,
Right,
different things.
yeah.
Now you have people coming in to use the Wi-Fi and the internet, and there's a seed library, and there's different things that you can check
They're a
out.
much
So
more vibrant
yeah,
place,
and it's,
happening place.
I love seeing all the things that they do for the kids' activities. They have something called Mestival, where it's where kids come in and they get their hands dirty. So if those are things that you're interested in, you know, most departments in North Bend, they have a really robust Facebook page, and you can follow those and see some of the other activities. So, you know, I mean, I gave you the not great news of what comes in on property taxes versus what goes out. And I do, even though those are sort of the bummer things to talk about, I just, you know, I won't be mayor forever. I'm gonna move on at some point, and I don't want somebody to say, well, gosh, what happened there? Nobody was talking about it. Like, we need to be talking about these things. So that's why when I say that we are able to bring in basically 80 cents on every dollar for our budget on grants. So our grant funding equals 82% of what property taxes were. That's a lot of money that came in. And so that really helped us do the things. Now, it's hard because some people get upset. They think, well, like, why are you having, you know, touristy things or flower baskets or things like that?
Can you hold that thought?
Yes.
We'll be right back with Mayor Jess. Well, welcome back to Hooked on Oregon. We're having a wonderful time interviewing one of our favorite people in the world. Of course, it's Mayor Jess from North Bend, and your staff phoned ahead of time and said you'd be bringing an emotional support animal to get through this interview with Mark and I.
That's right, I do.
You want to mention who you brought?
Yeah, I have. Well, I'll go ahead and jump in now, and then we'll go back to the cities. But I brought this because I wear a couple hats in the community, as you know. I'm the mayor, but I'm
Right.
also a professor of business management at Southwestern Oregon Community College.
Yes.
And my business club does a really neat fundraiser every year collaboration with the Kids Hope Center. So the Kids Hope Center is a nonprofit organization that is part of the Bay Area Hospital. This is where kids go if they are being assessed, if they've maybe been abused, or they need to be interviewed by the police.
Sure.
And it is something where we collect stuffed animals, the business club, along with some of the other groups that help us out, Cardinal Services, Banner Bank, and then we donate those teddy bears to the Kids Hope Center. So when they're
wonderful.
interviewing kids, they get to give them something sweet and lovely to, you know, maybe help them open up and talk about whatever they need to as they're going through the investigation. So sadly, I feel like I'm the bearer of bad news on all these things, but Coos County has one of the highest rates of child abuse in all of Oregon. So I remember the first year I did this, we collected over, I think it was like 700 or 800 stuffed animals, and I said, gosh, you guys are set for years. And they let me know, they're like, we'll go through all these this year. So I made it a pledge over 10 years ago to, as long as I was teaching at the college and working with the students, that the club would be involved somehow. So the teddy bear toss is February 18th at the Southwestern Oregon Community College basketball court. The men play earlier that evening at 5:30, and then the women will play at 7:30. We'll do the toss, the teddy bear toss. So you bring your new stuffed animal. It does need to be new. These go to it's more like a hospital type of setting. And then we throw them out at the court, and you get into the game free, by the way, if you bring in a stuffed animal.
Oh, how
And
cool.
we'll do a teddy bear toss, and we'll throw them out at the court at halftime on February 18th. So if you go out and do some shopping, you'll see there's a lot of stuffed animals out right now with Valentine's Day coming up.
I know. I'm so glad that replaced the bowling ball toss that they had last year because it ruined the court.
Yeah.
They ruined a lot of kids.
The stuffed animals are so much easier on the
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of warm and fuzzy,
Speaking
can I
of
talk
animals,
about
yes.
something else special? So the other thing that I announced in the State of the City's address is our canine program, and our new dog, Athena, was something that we were able to get this canine to work with Officer Martin through community donations. Our community really came through. It was over $60,000 in community donations to help bring this drug dog in. And she's been out working. She's completed hazardous fuel reductions on 30 acres to protect community assets. There's so many different things that this dog has been able to be a part of, and we're really happy that she's part of
She
North
keeps
Michigan.
stopping at Mark's car because of all the cheap bourbon in the trunk.
She is trained for a lot of things, but I don't know about that. Yeah. You know, and just as we were talking, when you're faced with a situation that you bring in less than really the things that you want to do, you have to figure out how to streamline
Get
services.
incredibly creative.
And creative. And so we launched a data-driven innovation through an AI LiDAR-based pavement management system
Wow.
to evaluate the 64 miles of the paved roads in our community. And so that's something that is gonna help them make the decisions based off of really like how bad some of the roads are, and we're just, doing the best that we can.
Now, you don't have, I mean, a lot of the problems Coos Bay has with their roads is that a lot of the city's built on old mines,
Yeah.
You don't have quite as
I don't
many.
know if you're being sarcastic or
No,
not.
that's absolutely true,
yeah.
yeah. And well, you've seen, part of the upper streets down on 101 on winters on occasion,
Yeah.
and that's cause that's all pockmarked, cause we used to have coal mines all around here. So that's not as much of a problem.
I
for
would
North
think,
Bend.
I think the biggest issue is just everything's about 100 years old, I
Right.
mean, it's just time, and as things have
I
had
love
to.
the way she looked at Mark when she said
Everything-
he's only 84.
Yeah, everything is, it's we've got to really take care of the, basically the city and how it was built, and things have come up to.
Well, and a lot still too, because that's what they
Mhm.
did back, in the 1800s to expand the city.
So there's a lot of work to do. I'm hopeful that, there's a lot of people that know that this is a problem. This is not unique to Coos Bay or North Bend. I mean, these are all cities, really not even just in Oregon, but nationally. So we have to really figure out how can we take care of the infrastructure that we have. Because the longer that you wait, it's only going to cost more.
Oh gosh, yeah, and well, a perfect example is we have to reprioritize our transportation spending, and that's become quite an issue.
That's a huge topic right now. So, those were some of the highlights. I think I definitely want to make sure that I mention too that the city of North Bend was able to give a historic tax cut to our residents. So this is the first time in decades where the urban renewal special levy was permanently removed from property taxes, and there had
You
been.
don't ever hear of that
No,
happening
this
anywhere.
was, and it was, it's always kind of complicated because people will see that the special levy went away, but they're like, wait, I thought I was getting a tax cut, and I'm like, you did, you are paying less than what you would have if it would have been there.
Sure.
Your property taxes obviously, go up 3% every year, and that's, I think that's probably the best way to kind of look at it is that if we are collecting property tax money to help fund the city, and we are locked in to 3% for our property taxes to go up 3% every year. As homeowners, we love it, right? Like, that's great, that's fantastic. But let me ask you this, has your expenses gone up more than 3%?
Oh, sure, dramatically.
So as the TikTokers say these days, the math don't math.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't, there's just no way around it. If that's what we're locked in at, of going up, that increment that comes in is not enough to pay for city services. So if it sounds like I'm ringing the alarm bells, it's because I am. And, like I said, I still have some things to do. I know Mark knows how important the workforce housing project is for me. I talk to him about it all the time.
Which is a magnificent project.
Yeah, so I don't think, I definitely want to see a few more things finished, but at some point somebody else is going to take the reins and move on, and I don't want somebody to say, well, gosh, we didn't know it was that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad, guys. It's bad in a lot of places in Oregon. So we have to talk about it. We have to share the successes and talk about this. I mean, to have 84 cents on the dollar coming on grants, that's amazing. We're doing really good work. We have incredible department heads. We've got a city staff that's working really hard. Our police department and fire department, I will put them up against anybody in the nation. They do really good work.
Even with the single bullet in the shirt pocket. I mean, that's one of the first cuts you had to make.
They put a heck of a pancake feed on over there. I mean, there's so many great things. So everybody's doing like the best that they can.
Right.
But we really have to, this is where we start working with our state representatives to talk about what's the long-term plan.
Sure.
And so.
How are we gonna backfill?
Yeah, right now we can swing it with some grants, but they don't give out grants for roads really, very few.
No, we were talking in the Capitol yesterday because every type of federal funding
Yeah.
is disappearing, dramatic fashion. In the next 6 years, $15 billion worth of additional debt Oregon's going to inherit from the federal government as they pull back funding. $900 million this year alone. Those are big numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to take a lot of creativity, a lot of people working together to surmount that.
I agree.
Well,
when we finish some of these projects, like I said, you're going to see a lot of construction coming up soon on the Pocket Park with the landscaping. Maybe you guys will do a live episode and you can come down there and be a part of that. How fun would that
we'd
be?
be happy to. You trust us to do a live
I
episode?
do. We could do it right in front of the mural or right at the visitor center, and we could just,
Perfect.
That's a
have
great
it. What would you
idea.
call that? A remote.
Well, you got both of our producers here, so
Remote
let's
location.
set it up.
Yeah.
That'd be way fun. We can do a contest, all sorts of fun things.
And you had One Peak opened a couple days
Yeah,
ago.
we've got a bunch of ribbon cuttings
in the
coming
old
up
US
too.
Bank building, and they're
Yep.
they're
I think that's One Peak Medical is opening, and they have a ribbon cutting through the Chamber of Commerce next Monday.
right. But they're
And-
open now. I mean,
Yeah.
they're taking people. We see them.
Well,
Lots of
Jess,
people,
what a
so.
delight
Yeah.
to have you on and give us an update. And as we say, you're the most energetic mayor in the state of Oregon, and we appreciate the heck out of that.
We'll give you, and one thing you have to do is, my phone's been blowing
Yeah.
up here, is they would like to see the temperature of the pool increased by 4 degrees.
I feel like your wife might have something to do with that comment.
Her and all her friends are texting.
Okay.
They're old junkies.
Let's open the lines.
So they can, if the water temperature's lower, the speeds are faster for the high school kids.
Yes.
Ah,
there-
But everybody that goes to the pool thinks they're cold because it is
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
There is there's actually truth to that. Like the North Bend pool is known throughout the state as being the fast pool.
Mhm.
It's a
Yes.
fast pool because of the temperature. So we'll go ahead and direct you to our superintendent of parks and.
Can we warm it up and just ice the kids down before they hit the water?
There's a good idea.
What a joy to have you
Thank you for
on.
having me. I'm
Thank
happy
you
to
so
come
much.
back anytime.
Oh,
and
yeah,
keep
we'd
those
love to have you
questions
back.
coming for me. You guys can find me
Yeah.
at the city. My website or my email address is right there on the website. I'd love to chat with anybody anytime.
Sounds like a plan, and let's work on that live remote. That sounds like it'd be
I
great.
love it.
All right, take
Sounds
care.
good. Thanks, Jessica.
Wonderful to have you, Jess,
Yep,
on the
good
show.
job.
Mr. Mattecheck, what do you got coming up at your place?
Well, we have the Super Bowl. We have gonna have a party there for $10. You get all you can eat pizza, and we'll have some appetizers with that as well too. So it makes for a fun night on the back deck.
Well, you can't beat $10 for a Super Bowl party.
Well, no, we just want, if people want to come. Last year we had about 80, 90 people. We have 2 TVs back there and a new sound system to kind of help spark it together now that'll be a little bit better. So it's should be a fun time on that. And then wine tasting King Estates is going to be on the 17th.
Oh, now that's going to be
Come
a
down
wonderful
Tuesday
one.
night.
Thank you. I am
Awesome
looking forward.
winery, awesome wines, and it's always nice when you get the main man to come down. To
Oh,
talk
they're
about
sending
the
their winemaker.
Yeah.
What?
So
Fun.
that'll be fun. And what else do we have? Leagues are going well. We have the Cosmic, our new Cosmic Bowling is still going really well. And on the weekends, you can sign up for that. And next 2 weeks, the high school team heads up to the state tournament. We have high hopes that we'll have some good results.
Wow, we
from
sending
that.
the
So-
cheering section out?
Yes, we are. We're working on a rooter bus.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, should be good. So that's all the
Who,
excitement.
who will people contact? if they
Go to
would like to come?
northbendlanes.com. Everything's on the website there. You can hook up with that, and you can just sign up right there online. If you sign up online, you save money. So save yourself $5 if you do it online.
Awesome. Always something amazing going on at North Bend Lanes. As we say, the fun capital of the Western world. Well, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back with marvelous Mel Campbell, who has a wonderful birthday news report for Mr. Matthews.
Gosh,
I
love
do.
it.
All right, guys, this is the quick.
And we are back with Turktown, Oregon, and we have the birthday boy sitting there, all bright, bushy-tailed, happy, 84, looking wonderful,
It's
just doing a fine job.
It's a great day.
Yes,
It's a
it
great day.
is.
The weather, obviously God shining on me today with all this sun. So
Oh,
it's a good time.
absolutely. Yeah, and we want to thank Jeff Galusha and Mel Campbell for setting up that special interview earlier with Mark's plastic surgeon.
It was,
Live from
what a
Beverly
gentleman.
Hills. What a
He
fine
was
gentleman.
wonderful, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he would take time out of his
Yes.
schedule with all those Hollywood starlets.
And to
attend
think of Marky's little tush. I mean, the most
I know.
exciting thing ever.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Great to talk about. So, now understand, you have put together, you're scaring our librarian.
Okay, I'm frightening our guests away already.
Yeah, I know, you're right. We've already lost 7 guests, so we're gonna be on this show today. Now we gotta fill. But you put together a marvelous report about just all the wonderful things that have happened on this day, the day of Mark Mattecheck's birthday.
I have, and there are really special things. Today is Honor Your Weather Person. It's Nutella Day, Time to Talk Back, and it's Optimistic Day. But the most exciting thing is Flagellation Day, only they're not really calling it that. And that's why I really want to promote
That's an alliteration of Flag Day?
Well, why Jessica and everybody get behind me and support. We need still the Flagellating Bovine National Day. And nobody is really supporting me on that, and we need to recognize it. If I can go to the computer and find a national day, then why not? That's.
Oh, yeah, you might
tribute.
get some traction with Fred Messerly in the irrigation district. I think you should go to
Let's
them,
pay
see if they'd like to
tribute
get
to
behind
these
it.
bovines who are keeping us going.
Right.
Good air. Anyway.
Well, I don't know if it's good air, but they're keeping it going.
There. Okay. But I did look up because I had a rumor that it was Marky's birthday, and our lovely associate producer, Esther, it's her birthday yesterday.
Yes, it is. Yeah, she just had her
So-
birthday.
and so
What did we decide which anniversary of the 39th is it?
I'm not
10?
gonna tell now.
12?
I'll take 12.
She's keeping her
Well,
lips
I
sealed.
want them both to know that they are between a Pisces and an Aquarius. So you are very special because you could go either way you want to go. But there is noted
It's a very
that,
leading conversation.
yeah, well, the Aquarius babies are the happiest little babies. And so I heard that you were a happy little baby kid. Yes.
Yep,
And
very
he's
happy.
happy right now.
Right until he was 24 and they made him get out of the crib.
But he is supposed to be independent, innovative, and humanitarian, and very deep. And that certainly does represent, well, there are exceptions.
I was going to say everything but you got into the deep part. And I'm going,
Emotional depth. Now your colors are red and purple. And the bird for your birthday is a parrot. Because the parrot is bright red, happy, chatty, and a wonderful, wonderful help.
That's why I like Jimmy Buffett. I knew it.
It's
built in.
I brought you a red and yellow happy
Oh,
flower.
great.
That's to take home to wear with your other gift that I brought you. Also on your birthday, Mark, in 1869, the biggest gold nugget ever was found. I thought you would like to know that.
That's great. I'll
Yeah,
sleep
yeah,
better
yeah.
tonight knowing that.
Yeah. And of course, for our lovely Esther, I brought a lovely lavender violet
Thank you.
primrose. And primrose is the flower for February.
Thank
Did you know that?
I did not,
But now
no.
you know. See, I'm just so
There's a whole song about
That's okay.
primroses.
Yeah.
Primrose Lane.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
that's good for that. Okay, he's gonna sing again. He's gonna take my time.
No,
again.
go ahead, continue.
Well, actually, I don't have a whole lot more. It is the World Harmony Week, and I do think, did you know that this is World Harmony Week, and you are here. Well, see, now, look at this, I am spreading all this
You're
wisdom
spreading
against all of us.
useful information to the masses.
And I do want to say that I have discovered that we do have an adult bookstore, book and fun store here.
Mhm.
And a bunch of chicken livers who are members of this particular group didn't want to go to that.
Well, I understand you made a conquest. The gentleman behind the counter, and you
It
spent
was a charming,
2 happy hours
just
together.
a charming thing. I learned a lot while I was there. It was
You
really-
look enlightened.
It was-
That's why your hair is curled.
It was quite wonderful. And I did find this wonderful gift for Mark. And I did say there were.
Well, and that's cool because they had his name and they had a little shelf and they had all that in stock.
They
under his name.
did. They had all kinds of things to play with. I mean,
I can
costumes. It was
imagine.
just a wonderful
Your
place.
report's over now. Thanks, Mel.
It's been nice being here, but we did. Sandy wanted me to talk about resolutions. You know, here we are now. It goes back to the Roman times, Sandy, when people decided to do a resolution for a new year. We've forgotten them all. Did you make a resolution, Mark, for the new year?
No.
Okay, good. That's the best way to start it out.
So
Yeah.
we don't do that.
We don't do that anymore. No, not when you're 84.
You can't remember anyway. So.
I thought Roman resolutions were to feed people to lions. That's,
No, it's to dedicate a fresh start,
oh,
a new thing, and
I
that's
see.
why we do that, Sandy. So I want you to remember, I didn't.
This
make
year we'll beat the Celts.
This year. At any old age. Okay, well, say hello to the Seahawks, and we're all going to have fun for Super Bowl.
That's right. Super Bowl
Yeah,
Sunday
Super
coming
Bowl
up. You got any
Sunday.
money on either team?
No, I spent all my money at
The adult bookstore. Why did I not do that? Hey, look for a regular customer from now on.
They did have a holster there. I was so attracted to a darling little holster. Well, it wasn't that little, but it was black leather and it had sequins and silver things on it. It was
So are you
adorable.
putting in a hint for an
But it
early
was-
birthday present?
It was out of my price range. So
Oh,
they had
I
to go
see.
with a white satin. Happy
Well,
Valentine's Day.
Well,
So
I'm
it's
sure
Beautiful.
Mark would be
Beautiful
willing to
present.
take up a collection at the bowling alley.
And
Yes.
pictures.
So we
Mel to have her holster.
Yeah.
Okay, happy February.
Yes, and thank you for that wonderful report.
It's been good.
Just absolutely enlightening.
And Jeff can sit down and relax now.
You guys are giving me a heart attack today, kiddies.
Yeah, he's had to keep his finger on the non-existent red button for an hour and a half now.
I keep hitting it and it's not
Yeah,
working.
nothing. No, it just goes. You know, usually you're the one we have to worry about.
I know, this
Today
time
it's been the birthday
our
boy.
birthday boy.
Oh gosh, I know. Hey, we want to give a shout out to Englund Marine, our wonderful sponsor. And my gosh, they are the place to go. The weather could not be better, and the rock fishing is unbelievable. I have seen pictures of some of the biggest lingcod I've ever seen caught on our coast. Many of them caught right on the rocks, just standing out on the rocks out there at low tide. So you want to go to Englund Marine because not only will they get you into the right gear, they'll draw you a map of where to go and rig you up, show you exactly how to get in on some of this lingcod and black fishing. The blacks are huge, the black cod, and they're so good eating. They're just amazing. And that whole area along Cape Arago, from the jetty all the way to the lookout, is absolutely phenomenal rock fishing. And they've got all the gear you need for all weather. I mean, I would have normally been saying this time of year, get your storm gear, but now it's time to go get your bathing suits, your lightweight silks. it's summer
Crazy.
on the Oregon coast. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? So go check them out. Englund Marine, 91146 Cape Arago Highway in Charleston, or give them a call to Josh and the guys. Tell them Hooked on Oregon sent you. 541-888-6723. That's Englund Marine. So we've got our next guest on, and she's a show favorite already. She's no longer a Hooked on Oregon virgin. She's been through it, so she knows what she's in for. And that's the wonderful Gail Elber. And Gail has a beautiful voice, and you've got a journalistic background too, correct?
I do.
Talk about that a little bit, because we forgot to mention that last time you were on the show, because it's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, well, I worked for the World newspaper for like 9 years altogether, I think. And then I had to go make more money, so I did something else.
Yeah, the $3 an article
Yes,
wasn't quite cutting
was
it.
not cutting it.
But you got to know Mark's name through the police blog, so that was nice, because you had an
Exactly,
early
exactly.
introduction to it. Yeah. Well, now here today, you're because you love close harmony, and you got a new group that does that very well. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, I'm the director of a chorus. It's called Ripple Effect, and we started last April. We used to be Seabreeze Harmony Chorus, which was around since 2000. But as the years went by, it was getting kind of expensive to belong to Seabreeze Harmony Chorus because we were part of a larger organization that required us to pay dues to
Hey,
them and
dues,
so forth.
yeah, sure.
So we made the hard decision to leave them and reconstitute ourselves as Ripple Effect Chorus. So
Oh,
now,
cool. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
organizations, well, OHA is going through that now
I
locally,
bet,
yeah,
yeah.
because they're asking for a much larger contribution.
I didn't realize they did that, Gail.
yeah, it's and we found that it just wasn't a good value. So,
Yeah.
but
Well, how great though, they've started a new group.
Yes.
Where are the members from? Just all around here? Close?
they're all around. We have some from Bandon. We have some from Myrtle Point, but mostly here in town.
Oh, how cool. Do you have one of their songs?
I do.
You that?
I do.
Yeah? You want to play one of that?
Okay.
That'd be awesome. So we're going to get to hear Ripple Effect. How many ladies in the group?
We have about 11.
How wonderful. Now, how long do your ladies have to practice to get that wonderful blend?
Well, it usually takes us a few weeks to kind of get it under our belts confidently. And one thing that we do is we like to sing without music, because if you can imagine, you know, a group is on stage and they're looking at their music, they're not really engaging with the audience. So we like to really give the audience an experience of the emotion of the song. So they have to learn we learn our songs by heart.
Yeah, well, that's like Mark. He stays away from songs like I'm a Lumberjack. Too many words.
Yeah.
He loves the intent of the song. It's just, trying to memorize all that is very difficult.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so how do you pick your music?
I try to just have a lot of variety. Like that song "Sail Away Ladies" is a traditional American. It's like a Mississippi riverboat kind of song.
Yeah, it sounded like went back a little ways.
Yeah. But we have some pop songs. We do the song "Landslide" by Fleetwood Mac, and the song "Take a Chance on Me" by ABBA. Yes, and and
Jeff's favorite group?
Yes, and we also have
It is.
a Bulgarian song called "Izgrela Mattecheck," which I did send you a recording of. I don't know if you want to play that, but we try to.
And
do all
that
the
loosely
different kinds of
translates to "I want to go to a cheaper bowling alley."
It's about a young woman who goes into the garden at midnight, and she's picking flowers to divine who her suitor will be.
I did that last night.
That's, the dandelions were out.
Yeah, it was really cool. Where can we see you and hear you?
I don't know. We perform around town. I'm going to try to organize some kind of a concert this summer, because it's the 250th anniversary of the United States, and we'd like to do some kind of.
If we do the live remote with North Bend and the new park, that'd
Yes,
be a perfect
exactly. Yeah,
opportunity for
same,
you
yeah.
guys. That'd be way fun.
And they were the group that was under the bridge singing.
Yeah, that's true. But they were good, the group
Gotta
under
get
the
'em,
bridge.
gotta pull them out.
That's the old group that was under the Charleston Bridge and then they moved. Yeah.
Well, Gail knows all about
Right. And Mel used to do the choreography for them. We are having a great time on Hooked on Oregon. We're going to be right back with Gail Elber talking about Ripple Outfit. Hang in there.